So, Amanda and Adam, I mean, one of the main reasons why I invited you today is our show is about the home journey, right? Building custom homes. And you guys have a journey where you're receiving a home. And there's an organization, it's Homes for Our Troops. And in 2004, they started. This year, they're going to build their 400th home. And what they do, they hire custom home builders like us to build the homes, and then they give you the keys. Tell me that story of how you got involved and what the organization means to you guys.
Yeah, it is amazing, especially like in the amount of homes that we've lived in over the course of our lives, right? So I mentioned it during the community kickoff, but when I was growing up, my dad built the home we grew up in, and it was like specific to our family, right? And since then, I haven't lived in another home like that. I've lived in apartments, and she's lived in a mud hut in Africa, and she's lived in huts in Central America. And really, after my injury, I've lived in a lot of places with stairs or other like hazards that, most people wouldn't see that as a challenge, right? But every day I'm waking up and having to carry my 2-year-old son down the stairs and hoping I don't fall, like I have done several times on my own. Luckily, never with him. But even as a pretty fit person and pretty decent mobility, it's still a challenge that I see every day.
A challenge for you, your family, to live in a home that isn't adaptable.
Right, isn't built specific to me, right?
Yeah.
And
how did you find out about Homes for Our Troops?
Yeah, I had a friend from the hospital who mentioned it to me years ago, maybe 2013 or 14, and I was young and dumb at the time, and I was like, I don't need that. Like, I'm fine. I can get around. And then years later, I was at the Boston Marathon, 2016, and a lady from the organization was there, and she sat at my table, and we had a conversation, and by the end of it, she talked me into filling out an application. And I went through the process of the interview and showing up to their summit and going through like an interview process there, and was basically accepted into the program at that time. And the more I thought about it, the more it totally makes sense. I've seen my grandparents age in their homes and have significant challenges. My mom lives in a, what do you call that thing? Like a 4-story.
Like colonial.
She's going to.
I know she's going to be mad at us.
Victorian. She lives in like a ridiculous like Victorian home that, we were just restoring. Yeah, they're restoring this like Victorian home that has like an insane amount of stairs. And every time I came home from the hospital, or when I was at the hospital and after, there was just like a dread. I'm like, I cannot stay here. So I was either staying in a hotel. But anyway, long story short, we were there 2 weeks ago, and they're aging in that home, and my stepdad had an incident there, and the paramedics had to come and like rescue him off the stairs.
Oh, wow.
And, just seeing things like that happen makes me realize I'm physically pretty fit now and still having challenges in my own home right now. And it's only going to get worse as I age. Like, this disability I have is not going away. I have it for life, and it's only going to get more difficult as time goes on, as I age. So being able to age in place in a home like this, and literally having our family be in this home for the rest of my life, removing these challenges and being able to chase my kids around without the fear of falling downstairs and hurting myself in my own home is just, what more can you ask for, to be able to live daily in a place where you feel comfortable and safe and happy.
What I love about the organization is they reached out, and they could hire any builder, but they're pretty specific. They want the best builders around to be building these homes for them. I mean, it's all, it's a big foundation. It's a 501c3. All their money is donated, And I think they probably learned early on, but they're like, we want to give the best, so we want to hire the best. And so I think it was really intriguing to me that they were like, we want you. And, you know, and we're like, okay. And like, and we want you to build it. Like, don't donate it to us. If you want to do something after the build, donate to us. But no, we appreciate you as a builder and that you're a custom builder. And there's a lot of intricacies in an adaptable home. Some of the things that you got to plan out from, you know, when you start pouring the foundation that are going to affect the doors, you know, and access and, you know, heights. And I mean, there's so many things that it's not a standard builder home. It's a custom home, and it's pretty phenomenal. And for them to be able to say, hey, we're going to give the keys away at the end, that's just mind-blowing to me. For you guys, the financial relief to not have a mortgage, I still have a mortgage. And I'm like, you'll be able to do so much more in your life, with your life, be able to help more people, you know, through your coaching, through Couch to 100. I get excited. And working with this organization, the people that are in it are kind, authentic, and man, they're all about the mission. When we meet with them, they're just like, I love my job. They're like, there's one person there that says I should be paying them. I enjoy my job so much with HFOT. And so it's just a great organization. And they don't do commercials, TV commercials. They don't do radio spots. It's really through the community awareness, how they raise all their funds. And so I think it's important, you know, for us, we're excited as a builder to help share the word about Homes for Our Troop to help fundraise, like, you know, 400 homes that they've built, and nationwide. And so I just think it's phenomenal. I'm excited and honored to be a part of it, and to be building your home is just so fun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys are doing something right if you're on your third home through them, right?
Yeah.
And so you're building you're building 3 homes for them, and they want you to travel something like 3.5 or 4 hours
to build another one. Yeah.
To build another one, right? So, and you were like, I don't know if we can do that. And then they somehow hooked you in, right? Because you're amazing at what you do, and they saw the value in the work that you've done, in the quality that you've done, and they don't want to take a chance with anyone else. They want the best, like you said, and that really shows if they're trying to pull you halfway across the state to do another one, to really give the best to that veteran.
You bet. One thing I love is to do what I do with purpose, and I really feel that HFOT partnership is building with a purpose. And you know, it just makes building homes so much more enjoyable, because there's purpose. You know, like we just went through the Marshall Fire through our community, and man, I haven't enjoyed building. It was hard as heck, because it was like an emotional journey with all our clients. But man, getting my community back together, I mean, we didn't rebuild too many, but we were able to really contribute and rebuild. That gives me as a builder so much more excitement and joy, and that's why we love being part of this.
And it means the world to the recipient too. It means the world to me and those people who you just mentioned. So
Amanda, what does the home mean? What are you thinking about what this home is going to mean to you and your family?
Oh man, it's overwhelming for sure. And then add to that like some hormones at 8 months,
7 months pregnant.
No, I mean, I think, it's to Adam's point, like thinking about building memories together as a family. And then like on top of that, just this like safe environment for us to all live in. And the idea that Adam can, chase our kids around and not worry about some of the things that we currently worry about in our home. And just like moving to a new community where people have come out already in support is again overwhelming. I don't have many other words other than that. So it's exciting to think that like we're moving into a new home that is safe, that is a place that our kids will grow up in, where we'll grow older together, and that we'll build a new, community.
Yeah. Well, not only do they think through every single little adaptability issue in these homes, but they think about the family, which I think is, they're like, okay, hey, it's just not about you, it's about your family. And you hear that in their communications and what they do. It's not just, they think about every single detail. Yeah. And I know they work with the veterans to really say, okay, what do we need to do? How do we do this better? They're always looking to get better and be more supportive of the veterans. And so I'm excited. So
yeah, I'm sure they've learned and grown a lot over 400 homes, as you mentioned, and taking that feedback and really making the best product and home possible for us. So.
The Homes for Our Troop, what's one of the things that you appreciate about the floor plan? Chasing the kids around, no stairs. What are some of the other things that you see are, hey, this is really going to help me in my daily life when I don't have my prosthetic on or this or that? What are some of the components of the house that you're excited to live in?
I think the biggest thing for me is that no stairs, right? So I haven't used a wheelchair since I was at the hospital, 2008, but I use crutches daily.
But as you say, aging in place.
And that's exactly my point. That's kind of where I was headed, is like eventually I'll probably be back in a wheelchair at some point. And, to be able to navigate around the bedrooms and through the doors and do these other like areas that my home right now wouldn't allow, that's going to be, again, that long-term vision where, again, I won't need it immediately, but eventually.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of adaptability in the design for wheelchair, but then also, you're like there's a safe space built into the house, which is a very unique thing. Not something we do. There's a safety shelter built in the home that is a place that I know that there's a lot of people with trauma who they need to go to a safe place, something where they feel enclosed away from everything. I think that's pretty amazing that they have that in this house.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for me, it's like a tornado shelter, which is great because there's not a basement, but that's what this is. It's a tornado shelter, but they really make it to be a safe place that people are on the journey in different spots than you are, and they're able to go and they think about temperature, they think about the systems and how some recipients might need it cooler at night to sleep, and so there's independent systems. You look at the quality of the build, the donors, the products that they get donated from these amazing national sponsors. It's not like they're putting in bad material. This is really good stuff. So that's impressive with what they do.
Generator. So, like things you don't think of, but the ability for Adam to always be able to charge his prosthetics.
Good point.
Yeah. Backup generator. And your house is going to have, maybe I shouldn't say it's going to have solar, but the backup generator, that's key. What else would be a key thing?
There's some like hands-free functions, I think, for getting in and out of the home. So especially thinking about like carrying our children and like some instability. Like I think Adam having that extra ability to like open the front door or back door, but those things. They
automatically open and close. That's pretty cool.
I really cannot overstate the stair thing. Like I fell down the stairs it's been a couple months ago, and like
it was terrifying.
Hurt myself bad. No. And just didn't tell her, but 2 days ago I was going down the stairs and almost ate it again. So it's like a constant thing, really. That
it's dangerous.
I should not have to deal with. But
Yeah, and scary if you're home alone. Yeah.
Tell me about the day that they told you you were going to get the home.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey.
It's not a quick process.
No, well,
and building isn't a quick process either.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think here's the thing: is the organization wants to do it right, like we've stated over and over again, and trying to find a property, a parcel of land that meets the needs of having a one-story home that's flat, having the yard around it that's flat and accessible for people in wheelchairs or people with limited mobility. It's difficult to find in places like Colorado. It's difficult to find in places like Virginia, where we were living before. So that process of trying to find that in this location, in the community that we wanted to be in, is a long journey. And things happen for a reason, and we've had several lots presented to us. And then finally finding this one in the community that we wanted to be in and an area that we wanted to be in was a long time coming. And I'm glad we waited to find this community because of people like you, because of the people like we met at the community kickoff, our neighbors already, like everyone who we've met is a community, again, that we're excited to be in and a place we're excited to be in. And I just was super excited once this all came to fruition 7 years later,
Yeah. And then, so you guys, sometime in October, you'll be...
You tell me.
Sure. I hope so. October. We got to get this house done before the baby comes.
That's right. No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. You stay in there till we say. But no, I mean, I think, give me like some parting thoughts on Homes for Our Troop and what you know about them and why people should get involved.
Yeah. Why should people get involved? I mean, I think oftentimes we don't see outside of what we don't know, right? So I think most people outside of my realm or the realm of veterans with disabilities don't understand the unseen challenges we face day to day. So whether it's those psychological challenges, like I mentioned before, or the physical challenges, like we talked about, living in a home, and all these other aspects of their lives, like post-service, most people don't witness that. Most people don't realize that. And hopefully I could shed a little bit of light on that today. But, the support of organizations like this and people like this who get involved mean the world to me and allow me to do things that I never thought possible, things that I thought were taken away from me. So I think that's my main takeaway is you don't understand the impact you have on someone's life like me until maybe you hear my story, or maybe until you hear or get involved with other people who are similar to me.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome. So, all right. Well, now that you're coming to our community, tell me where you like to go eat.
We've been to that one place like 3 or 4
Tia
times.
Tio Cali.
We need to branch out a little bit. I think we're excited to try other places, but that's definitely a go-to.
It's a go-to.
Just go get the queso there, and
yeah.
Went to the one pizza spot a couple of spots down from there. The chocolatier.
The Ghost Box Pizza over there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And the chocolatier with ice cream right next to Tio Cali.
I'm sure the first stop will be any pizza place, followed by an ice cream place. With both Logan and Adam have a problem.
Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys being on the show and sharing your story, your journey. And, I'm just excited for the day that we get to present your home to you and for more people to learn about Homes for Our Troops and how they can be part of it and support. And so this has been a lot of fun, and I may want to have you back, and we can talk more about the psychology of becoming better.
Yeah.
Right? Becoming the better person that you want to be. So that would be fun.
I would love that. I can't thank you enough for inviting us today, but more importantly, like what you've done for us and the 3 other veterans in this state. So Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cool.
Thank you.
I have a website. It's just my name, adampop.com. And I think from there you can link out to, learn more about me and also link out to what I do professionally, what I do personally. And yeah, you can learn whatever you want through that and contact me through there.
Adampop.com.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
sounds great. Good.